This looks very petty and very small. Hey geeks, welcome to my channel. I'm Trey Guillotine and you're watching Daily Marvels, where I've gathered some of the Marvel news from the past week and put it in one place just for you. Peter Dinklage has been cast in Avengers Infinity War. The Flash couldn't sign a Marvel comic. And Nick Fury could be a skrull. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and share it around so others can join in the conversation. It's been confirmed that Peter Dinklage has a role in Avengers Infinity War, but we don't know what that role is. Personally, I think it's a safe bet to say that he's probably going to be voicing or maybe even motion capturing for one of the children of Thanos. I think they're called the Black Ones. I just know them as the children of Thanos. So I think it's a safe bet to say that he's going to either be voice acting or motion capturing and portraying this one of the children of Thanos in Avengers Infinity War, because as much of a live action actor as he is, you also need to remember that he does have voice acting credits under his name, just like kind of like he did with Destiny. Even if that was a very poor performance, he does have voice acting credits under his name. So it's very possible that in Avengers Infinity War, that's what his role will be. It'll be in voice acting or maybe even motion capturing as one of the children of Thanos. But a lot of fans have long wanted Peter Dinklage to join the MCU as the character of the Marvel villain MODOK. So at this point in Avengers Infinity War, I feel like anything is possible. That, like, literally, because they're gathering the Infinity Stones and that have the actual power to change reality, anything is possible. MODOK could somehow show up in some manner in Avengers Infinity War, and maybe Peter Dinklage could be doing that role. Maybe Marvel has been listening to fans and is like, you know what, Peter Dinklage as MODOK would be a good idea, so they might bring him on to play MODOK. But personally, I think it's a safe bet to say that he's going to be voicing or motion capturing and playing one of the children of Thanos. It was recently caught on camera that Ezra Miller, who plays the Flash in Justice League for the DC Extended Universe, refused to sign a fan's Marvel comment, and he said that the reason for this was because Marvel and DC are two competing entities and that he was very sure that he couldn't sign it. So either this was Ezra Miller kind of being a little bit snobbish about him being in the DCEU and he can't sign a Marvel comic, or DC and Warner Brothers actually have some kind of stipulation in their actors' contracts that they can't acknowledge or sign or partake in any of their competitor Marvel's stuff. Either way, if this was Ezra Miller or something on DC, this just sounds really petty that they can't sign a fan's Marvel comic. That just sounds really dumb, and I guarantee you the reason that this is being a big deal is because of his just overt reaction to it. Like, it wasn't just a, no, I can't sign it, as he, walked away. Like, he made a big deal about it. He made a big deal about the fact that he can't sign it, and he has to explain that because DC and Marvel are rivals, and he can't sign that. He's sure he can't sign that. Whether this was Ezra Miller being snobbish or DC being petty, I think this was just a dumb thing for him to do. Like, I guarantee you, had he signed the comic, as much as someone would try to make a big deal about the fact that, oh, I got the Flash from DCEU to sign a Marvel comic, the only person who would care is the person who owns the comic and maybe one of his troll friends. The reason that this is a big deal, the reason that this is going around the internet, is because of his reaction. Had he just not said no thanks or whatever, or even just signed it, would not have been a big deal. But because of his reaction, this looks very petty and very small for just either Ezra Miller or DCEU as a whole. Samuel L. Jackson recently shared a picture of his head getting the mold treatment that I talked about a little bit about before in one of my past videos, when Finn Jones was getting his legs molded, ideally for a costume for Iron Fist. And it's led a lot of fans to believe, or come to the speculation, that Nick Fury could be a skrull in Captain America, or at least at some point a skrull will try to portray Nick Fury, which makes a lot of sense, as the Skrulls are a shape-shifting race that's kind of like their big thing from what I've come to understand. So shape-shifting into one of the characters to either get government clearance into a secret area so they could do something, or get close to someone in the government or in S.H.I.E.L.D., or to get close to Captain America herself. This would make a lot of sense on the Skrulls' part of what they're trying to do. But I also want to bring up the fact that from what we've seen of just like the one picture of Nick Fury and Maria Hill and Captain Marvel, this movie takes place during a time that he's not as high up in the S.H.I.E.L.D. ranks, and he also has both of his eyes. For the most part, for Nick Fury, we have seen he's just wearing the eye patch, and we see like a little scar on the top and bottom, above and below the eye patch. That's all we've really seen of it until Winter Soldier, when he lifted his eye patch and we saw like the damage to his eye. This movie is a time before that, and I'm guessing that this movie is actually that Captain Marvel is actually going to show the events that led to Nick Fury getting that wound. So chances are this molding could also be for the prosthetics that they're going to use to show the wound to Nick Fury's eye when he first gets it, or what it's going to look like right after, because because it'll be fresh. It'll be a new wound. It won't be something, 10, 20 years healed over. It's going to be a brand new wound. So it's going to be a lot more bloody. There'll be a lot more damage to it that we're going to see. So this molding could also be for this, and that the skrull theory never actually happens. I think either one is very likely. What did you think of these daily Marvels? Let me know in the comments, and follow me on all the internets. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and share it around so others can join the conversation. If you want to be featured in my gaming videos, what you gaming on, make sure to email me the game that you're playing and what you like about it to whatyogamingon@gmail.com. And if you want to read any of my Marvel TV shows or movie reviews, go to www.treyguillotine.com and subscribe to my channel to geek out some more. Thanks for watching, and have fun.